gentle one of us. The whole, out of all, like, unless somebody pissed you off.
Yeah.
Then you fucking nailed into the wall, brother.
Yeah.
See, nobody wanted to piss you off because you're just a ticking time bomb.
Well, I didn't know what everybody else could see, but
But anyway, getting to that area, so you got to your 30s when you moved to Vancouver and you started realizing your CE5, well, not your CE5, but your experiences towards the alien encounters you had.
20s and 30s.
So what was that like when you were in Vancouver? What was that like, finding out? Like, how did you come to the realization that it was something tangible and substantial? And
from
not
my
just
first experience. Okay, so I had my first ET experience, and I was a little kid, and yeah, so I didn't remember this until I was 30 in Vancouver, 1994, I think. And I had an ET contact in Vancouver. That means they come up to my face.
Is that through meditation, or is that
no,
in
just
the face
normal.
of reality? Okay.
I just go to bed and I wake up and there he is.
Okay.
And it's spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
So after that, I don't even remember what happened that night. I don't recall it. But later, the next day after I woke up, I was laying there thinking about what happened, meditating, just going over it in my head. And I remembered when I was a little kid, 10 years old at Indian Creek in Chatham.
Right.
Well, 3 years old, 3 or 4.
3 or 4, right?
As soon as you start to walk,
Right.
that's when I had the experience. So, and I remembered it, and that was my first ET experience. So why I remembered it from Vancouver has to do
Could have
with...
been an instant association.
Yeah.
Well, it was the same aliens, right?
Oh yeah, same ones all the time.
Yeah.
But I had this series of dreams also, which relates to when I was a little kid growing up. And I had this series of dreams from that time all the way till Vancouver. So everything seemed to end in Vancouver.
Everything ended
All the contacts I had throughout my life seemed to come to a head in Vancouver.
So you were playing catch up then, like going through your
in the past.
Yeah, going through all your contacts
Bring it
up
here.
to that point.
Yep.
And then when you were in Vancouver, you got that close face up one.
Yeah.
And that was that an affirmation of contact, or was there any?
No, that was for me to know.
That was for you to know.
Yeah. Because the dream started out. Let's talk about the dream.
Okay. Yeah.
Go where it goes.
Yeah.
So here's the dream. I'm 5 years old. I'm living at Park Ave. Okay, you remember
I
Park
know
Ave?
the house very well.
Yeah. So I'm down. I go to sleep. Now I'm having face-to-face contacts all the time.
Right.
But they're not very scary. I'm a little kid, right?
Right.
And but I don't remember. I just think it's a bad dream. So I'm playing hockey, and I'm standing at the creek across the road, the far where you hit that kid in the head with the rock.
Yeah.
Right there. I have a hockey ball, okay?
Right.
And the hockey ball is in the creek, on the side of the creek where all the thicker bushes are.
Yeah, I remember.
And
that.
so I'm
That
like,
was a big creek.
yep. And so I reach in, I grab the ball. That means something.
Right.
Grab the ball. I don't know what it is, but it means something. Then I got the ball. I'm standing there, and as I reach in to grab the ball, I get stung by a thorn. Okay.
Right.
Bam. And I'm like, fuck. Picker bush, right? You get a little thing, blood comes up on your skin. So I didn't know what that meant at the time, but let's go on with the dream. And I'm like rubbing my arm, I got the hockey ball, I'm walking back home, and all of a sudden it feels like I'm being hunted from above.
Oh, really?
It's like someone above in the sky is like getting ready to shoot me.
Paranoia from an external source.
I'm being hunted. I feel like a rabbit. That's what I feel like.
And to have the feeling that goes with it.
Yep, and then the feeling was overwhelming.
Oh,
that was the worst. That's what woke me up every single time. And I'm running, and then I wake up. And I didn't even look behind me.
Right.
A couple of days later, I had the dream again. Or a week later, a month later, I had the dream again. Reach in, get stung, grab the ball, pull it out. I'm walking home, start being hunted. Well, one time after that series of events,
Right.
it moves on to where I look behind me.
Right.
Finally, I'm running home, and I look behind me, and there's an eye in the sky.
Oh.
Like a human eye.
Muster the courage to look right over there.
And it's chasing me. It's focusing on me. I feel it all over, and I'm running. I'm like a rabbit, and I'm so afraid I can't run. You know that? You know that feeling.
Know the feeling.
And you're running, and you can't run.
Glue legs.
Yeah, and you're going. You try to scream help or anything, and I wake up. Holy fuck! Years go by. I'm stuck. That's as far as I get in the dream. Years go by, or I don't know how long.
How long had you suffered the dreams? Like the same dream in total? Like how many times did you think you had that dream? Like I had
scary shit. So anyway, 7 years old till I'm 31.
Wow.
That's how many fucking times. But the ending is wow. Really believe it. So finally, I get through my life somewhere point. I get to the point where I'm running. I see the eye. The eye's chasing me. And I finally get to where I can run. Actually run.
You're winning the curve.
Yeah,
you're getting your power
I'm
slowly.
I'm breaking that fear.
Yeah.
The paralysis
It's
fear.
happened so many times, you're just like, oh, it's another rock in the
but I make headway over years.
Right.
And I keep dreaming up to that point. Finally, I break that, and I dream. I reach in, I get stung by the thorn. I got the ball. I turn around, I walk. The eyes come down on me. I start running, and I'm running, and all of a sudden, I feel the ground shake and a roar, like a T-Rex roar. I look behind me, and there's a Tyrannosaurus Rex with the eye above it. Like 20 feet fucking tall, T-Rex, and he's got his tail up like that, and his fucking head's and his mouth's going chomping at him, like right here, like it's slobbering on me, right? And I'm like, fuck, wake up. So 5 more years of the T-Rex chasing me, I finally get past that. So I'm running. One day I'm running. I don't know if I was in Vancouver yet. No, it sort of came really quick at the end. This is the next step of the dream. I'm running. I got T-Rex behind me. Now, when he's behind me, it's fucking boom, boom, boom.
Real.
The eye in the sky, I can feel it. It's hunting me, and T-Rex is hunting me, and I fucking lose my mind. I wake up. The next step of the dream was I ran from T-Rex on the ground, which is dirt. I'm running. It turns into rock. The ground turns into rock. And there's T-Rex footprints. Fossilized
all the way.
Yeah, I can follow. And I just start following the footprints on the rock. So it's like footprints from the ancient past, right?
Right.
So as I'm running, I'm following the T-Rex fossilized footprints, and I run. He's still coming. The eye's in the sky, and I come to writing in the rock.
Oh, really?
Like a Sanskrit carved writing in the rock.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and but I can't read it. And there's fucking pages all the way to the horizon or whatever.
Wow.
And then I wake up from that. Then the next step, the next part of the dream was, as I can't read it. It's driving me. The footsteps took me to the ancient writing. So I ran across the ancient writing, and I run, and all of a sudden I'm on blackness, the black glossy paper. That's what it looks like. And I'm on it, and it's a star chart, far as I can see, fucking star chart. And there's stars all over it, and there's that Latin writing, little Latin words, and
oh really?
Yeah. And there's lines going from like all over the place.
That's cool.
And it's not, the lines weren't of Orion's belts or Orion or Sagittarius, you know.
Maybe they're path lines.
Yeah.
Lines to certain destinations, rather than
go here, don't go this way. Yeah, don't go this way. We go this way.
Maybe they're showing you that they've been here, how long they've been here, or maybe something like that. I don't know either.
Yeah.
That's great though, like how you're coming through it.
I know. So I get to that point. And I wake up. I still don't research it. It's all over again. Pick up the ball, get stunned, the eye's chasing me, T-Rex is chasing me, I'm running through, I get to the footprints, I follow the fossilized footprints to the fossilized writing, ancient writing. Yeah. And then I get to the star chart, and then I can't understand what the hell's going on, but there's this one group of stars over here. It's really important. All the lines are going to it, or something more or less like that. So I go, fuck, that means something. That means something. And I'm running. I run across the road. I run across the road. I run across the road, and I'm at the driveway of my house. So I'm running up the driveway. T-Rex is crossing the road. Fucking eye in the sky's chasing me. And I run up to the door. I grab the tin door, open it up, and on the wooden door is 3 stars.
Oh, awesome.
And I open it up, and boom, the dream's over.
Oh.
So I'm like, I got my answer, right?
Yeah.
So I'm laying there. I wonder what the 3 stars mean. The voice says in my head, I ask myself, what do 3 stars mean? And the voice says, this is your home. And I go, where's my home? And it said, Orion's belt. And I'm like, what the fuck is Orion's belt?
That's
You know,
awesome.
I've heard of it before, but I always thought it was like a chain of stars in the sky, like a
Well,
thousand.
when you're a kid, yeah, you
Yeah,
have
yeah.
these different notions of what a belt is,
Right.
rather than it being 3 conjunctive stars.
Yeah. And so after that, after I got my astronomy book, looked it up, found out there was 3 stars on Orion's belt.
Right.
Now the picture of the door was a bigger star in the middle, and 2 stars behind
behind the
the main
star.
star. And so I found out it was Epsilon. I think it was Epsilon. Yeah.
So it was kind of like a little solar system. There was a sun and then the 2 planets.
So
more
Orion's
like-
belt was the Orion.
Orion, yeah, they
Yeah,
got the
the
3
hunter
stars
got-
there in Canada.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I asked, what do the 3 stars mean? It said, this is your home. I go, where's the home? Orion's belt. And it said, not gone to Betelgeuse or Rigel.
Wow.
And Betelgeuse is...
Betelgeuse, yeah. That's a star, isn't
Yeah,
it?
in Orion's belt.
Yeah.
They're both in Orion's belt. Now, the top is Betelgeuse and Rigel's down here, or vice versa. But anyway, Orion's belt's in the middle. So it makes up that constellation.
Right.
And the 3 stars are in the middle. And that's my home.
Awesome.
3 stars. On my door, on my home, in this life. Now, the dream, if you think about it, the dream, the eye in the sky, the eye, the ETs, the big eye, the ET,
Watching you.
are hooking up to me spiritually
Right.
all the time. But my brain is so fucking ego, I can't get around it, and I don't know
And
what's
your
going on.
fears, yeah, you got
Yeah.
your...
So I just run from it. To me, it symbolizes the eye in the sky. I'm running, and all of a sudden
Who
there's a
would run from
T-Rex.
an eye in the sky?
I'm running from my ancient past. I'm running
Right.
from a... So whenever the ETs come to me in the middle of the night, I'm afraid, right?
Right,
I'm fucking
yeah,
scared.
yeah.
So I'm running. I'm scared of my ancient past. That's
Right.
I'm here on the earth now. I gotta do Earth shit. But they're coming to see me, and it's my ancient past when I used to be one of them.
Well, that's fantastic.
But
Yeah,
I
the
just-
future life,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
You
now.
used to be a soul there, and now you're a soul here.
Yeah, I used to live there, but now I'm here. I don't know why, but that's common.
It is common. I've seen it and heard it
Yeah.
time and time again that we're born all over the place,
Yeah.
and it doesn't. You know, it doesn't matter where you go. You're still going to learn the same lessons. It's just some ETs are higher,
Yeah.
and they
Okay.
know all about love, and they care about everything, and they're not here on this
Right.
scum-sucking earth where we're being ripped off.
Exactly. But how
I'm
I
sorry to
can
interrupt.
no,
Go on,
man.
go on. It's
This is-
fascinating. I love,
okay,
I
so-
love listening to it.
So I'm running from my ancient past, but this is what the dream is showing me. I'm running fear from the dinosaur, which represents the ancient past of the aliens.
Right.
The aliens are above the dinosaur. So I'm running. I come to the footprints of my ancient
Mhm.
past. My footprints from the ancient past. I'm following them. So it's like, hello,
You're
we're
moving.
here again in this life, sort of thing. And I'm following the path of my ancient past, and I come to the star chart, which is all my lifetimes as an ET,
Oh, yeah.
written in stone.
Your previous recordings of your existence
Yeah, of-
prior to the
in
one
our
you're living now.
Fucking solar system somewhere.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it's all written, but
That's
I can't
awesome.
read it. Because it's all ET language. Right? I don't fucking know. I don't read this stuff. Anyway, besides, I got a T-Rex on my ass and the fucking alien raiders coming. You know, time to run. So I run past that, and I come to a star chart, and all the lines and stars all come to this one point. Within that, now I'm thinking that was Orion at that one point. Just, there's so much to look at, I couldn't figure it all
Well,
out.
it's a star chart, right?
Yeah.
There's going to be, and you're young at this point, right? You're having this dream over a segment of 20 years, right? So
Yep.
it's a lot to pull in. You got it, and you do it one piece at a time. And the puzzle's not going to come together quick, right?
So I finally get to my home, 3 stars on the door, my home in this life, and showing me the home of my ancient past.
Awesome.
Now, I fucked him. This is all me. I told no one.
Right.
Not really.
Right.
Never made a video about it.
Right.
Told no, this is all for me, and I'm learning me.
Right.
So I'm like psyched. I'm pumped. So I ask. Ever since I was a little kid, I could meditate and ask questions. I just lay down, start falling asleep, and I ask questions in my head, and a voice would yell into my head.
Put your answer for
Yeah, the answer. And I remembered I could do that when I was a kid. So I laid down and I started meditating and I started chanting a question. And the question was, now I forgot. I got it written somewhere, probably in a video. But I was asking, why did I come to Earth? Why am I here? Why are the aliens after me? So I'm chanting that over and over and over, the question.
Right.
And boom, I'm in a vision. So, in this vision, I'm standing on a dry planet. like the ground is cracked. There's like twig trees sticking out of the ground.
Like a desert.
Like
sea.
a desert. Like a desert sea.
But it's a different planet.
Yeah. And I have a house, and it looks like a Fermi smokestack. Okay, with a door and a window.
Cool.
And it's just a place to sleep.
Right.
It ain't like this, like a house, a couch, and you sitting here all fucking week
Right.
before we go outside.
It's a place you
Yeah, this
frequent.
thing was like
Periodic.
yeah, it was just a stupid little hut. It was different. It was weird. I didn't see inside it, but I felt that's what it was. Because it wasn't that big. It was twice the size of a car, sort of thing.
Wow.
Like round.
That's cool.
And it looked like a Fermi smokestack for a nuclear power plant, you know.
Right.
Anyway, I'm standing there. All of a sudden, somebody says something beside me. I look over, and it's a girl, but it's a beige ET.
Oh,
And she's standing there next to me. And I say to her, I go, yeah, it's sad it's happening. It's sad that this is happening. We gotta go. Now they're waiting for us. And so we turn around and I go to turn around to walk away. And then I wake up from that. Well, I don't wake up. Actually, I didn't wake up. I'm still in the vision. Next thing you know, I'm sitting in the vision. I'm sitting and I'm doing something. There's a little gizmo, and I have to make this fucker work all the time. If this fucking thing stops, we're all dead. And I look up, I'm worried, I'm sweating, and that's pissing me off. And I look up eventually. I go, I gotta make this work. Everything's working. And I look up, and there's ETs walking around, doing their thing. They're beige, egg eyes.
Like not a Nordic or anything?
No.
Different.
Totally. They're wrinkly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're wrinkled skin. They got tight beige suit on with black lines, like pinstripe lines.
Right.
And I'm looking at them all, and I realize I'm one of them. Like in the dream, I'm just one of them. And so I'm working. I'm making sure this fucker works. And it's like we've been on this thing for a long time, like months. It is fucking craft.
You got a sense of like you've been there
Yeah.
doing it for a while.
And yeah. So all of a sudden I'm working, and the commander, an important person comes in the door. He comes in the door, and he says, I need a volunteer. And everybody knows what that means. death, right? So, and I'm like, that's me! Fucking take me! I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck. I'm out of this crowd. Right? And now this is physical body shit, okay? It's physical body stuff. And, so the next thing I know, I'm going to this airlock, and,
but you're one of them. You're
yeah,
not a human.
No,
you're
I'm not
one
human.
of them.
I'm one of them.
At that point,
and a
that's
spaceship and a UFO.
And now you volunteered
to go to do something. I don't know what it is. So the door goes. I walk into the little hallway, gray hallway. I turn around. My wife's looking at me. The other ET girl that I was with at the smokestack house on the planet. She's there, and the door goes. It goes up, and I take off my clothes, and I'm standing there. I turn around, and the door opens up, and I start walking. I walk down these steps, 2 or 3 steps, onto the ground. I'm looking. As soon as I get out onto the ground, the heat and the dryness goes, just crackles my body, just like Arizona desert sort of thing. And it looked like there's tumbleweeds. I remember tumbleweeds going floating fucking by. And I walk out of the thing, and I turn around, and I'm looking at and it's a fucking UFO. It's a UFO sitting on the ground, and it's got diamond windows with little diamonds around it. And on the door is a diamond window with little diamonds around it. And my wife is looking at me through the window, right? And so I know what I gotta do. All of a sudden I see myself taking deep breaths, like like this. And as soon as I do that, my lungs burn. My lungs start burning.
Oh man!
And I start choking to death.
Oh my god!
And I fall dead. All of a sudden I get up, and I'm looking at myself, and I'm looking at the UFO, and I'm dead. I'm standing here.
And you're watching.
The door opens up. They come out with suits on, pick up the body, walk back in the ship with it, and the door closes. And my wife goes, just gives me all this love and compassion. Just boom, it hits me.
Oh wow!
And
that's awesome.
All of a sudden,
that's awesome.
Starts taking off, and I'm like,
and you're stuck there.
I'm stuck on this fucking dirt
body.
goddamn planet.
Wow! You just have a sense that's real. Like I don't
Earth.
know. It would have been Earth.
Oh yeah.
So
it was Earth. I had to go find somewhere to be born, and then I woke up.
Ah, I see. So yeah, when you died in your lungs, and then your soul was here.
Yeah.
Your soul was here on the earth.
Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible. Because that's that's what they say too. Though your soul comes down, or your soul is looking for a rebirth if it earns it, or it's
I don't know how it works.
I don't know how it works either, and it's fascinating though.
But anyway, so I started being born.
You know.
Now I can get into my past lives and all that, but I don't want to right now. But that was like, from what I can understand, somewhere around before, during, or after the Ice Age. So it was around that time period. And that's the time period when the Anunnaki were doing their shit.
Right.
Now there was native people living all over the place.
All over the place, yeah.
But the Anunnaki were doing their shit.
Well, they were the creators, right? They were running the world.
Yeah, they were the leftover parts, the end part.
Anki and Enlil and
the end
whatnot.
part, the flood and all that.
Right.
Now a lot of people think the sudden thawing of the ice sheet was
the flood. Noah's flood.
Yeah. And that was correspond a lot. And there's tons of evidence for that. But anyway, I just try to put it into my life. Trying to get the history timeline.
Yeah.
So that I had. What was it? There was more to the story. I can't remember what it was. Anyway, that dream came to an end for me. So I went my whole life with millions of questions. I was getting my answers in dreams.
Right.
And I finally got to my answer. Yeah. What the fuck? Why the fuck are they doing what they're doing to me?
Well,
all right, and then what they're saying is they're coming over. They're coming. They're going, hey bro, family, what's going on? Yeah, they're fucking family.
That's all it was. And they can perceive you, here in that body because they have that higher level connection.
Yeah, they have the soul.
The innocence and the lights.
The light and all that. Their soul. They don't have the ego we got. Do you remember when you were fucking 15 years old and you're running around?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, you're not thinking about anything. It's just money.
Yeah.
Who am I gonna get laid?
Yeah.
Where are we drinking tonight?
Yeah.
And let's go, man. That's all there is. That's all we. But
and you wanted that look at me, and you couldn't get past it because your ego's just running the show, right? You're running the show. You don't know humility.
So when the
You're not humble.
Yeah, when the ETs all came to me when I was a kid, they'd be staring at my face, and I'd be freaking out, and I had there's no process. There's nothing there in my head to say, give me an answer to what the fuck's going on. What the fuck is that? Staring at my face every 4 times a fucking month.
Oh,
in the middle
smiling,
at 3 o'clock in the fucking
smiling,
morning.
Or did they have did they have a gentle look on their face, or
I never seen the fucking
when
face.
I know when you don't recognize what it is, and you're going to be scared every time. You're not.
Oh, it ain't.
You're not going to look at
It's
that.
that feeling from them, the intent.
Oh,
You can feel their stuff.
oh my God.
And that's the worst. That's what wakes you up. And he's staring right in your goddamn face like that, and you're like, and you just freak the fuck out.
Oh well, if they're highly evolved, they're going to definitely have a different kind of system, right? And they're
Yeah,
and
but it's also
the way their energy works, it's going to probably punch right through you, right? Because there's probably no bullshit with them. There's probably no lying. There's no cheating.
No,
Everybody
it's just
lives in their.
See, we get all
evolved.
we get all freaked out, pumped up. We're gonna die.
Mm-hmm.
They go. To them, dying is going to the grocery store.
That's right. It's the next. It's the next phase
It's
of
just,
life.
it's just we put so much stuff and ritual on dying.
Mm-hmm.
Ritual, and heaven and hell and demons and fucking good stuff and Jesus Christ and everything. Buddy in his ship, I've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
He's laying on a table or a chair. He's laying on something.
Right.
He comes down to the house. I wake up with him in my face. I'm looking right in his fucking face, and I switch. Oh no, I don't switch yet. He's leaving. Okay, go.
All right. Anyway, we're going back to when you first started realizing that you could meditate and you could circumvent these places where you started going when you realized that you overcome your alien wasn't a problem because you found out it's your family or a place that you
I still
born
have fear.
before.
I still have fear,
But I mean, you started to embrace it all, and you started to meditate and stuff. Like I remember when you guys were lightly into, you were being spiritual. I remember you guys' spiritual change. I remember I was always around in the background, right?
Yeah.
Just the plastic guy in the back, but you guys, you and Daryl, and not so much Robbie, because
Right.
He wasn't like that, but you and Dawn and a couple others separated from the pack.
Oh yeah. Well, what happened was,
and that's when, like, I figured maybe if that's when you started meditating. Tell us about that.
Okay, that's what happened. So I had the ET contacts when I was 15, 16 in high school, or whatever, public school. Well, I had them all through public school, into high school. Then, when I got to high school, we started smoking pot, drinking.
I remember that.
Yeah, and we'd go to the railroad tracks, sit in the boxcar all night, smoke and drink, right? It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And we were so close to the tracks.
Yeah, and I did that for a year, or a whole summer, during school, after school, all that. So, one night, I come home, and the ETs came, and I was stoned.
So at least it didn't hinder your abilities.
I was drunk, and I was fucking baked. And I'm laying in bed, and I wake up, and there's the ET, and I'm like, oh my god, and everything's spinning, and I'm stoned, and which makes it all worse, right? So I'm having this experience, and finally it ended. I don't know how it happened or whatever, but after that experience, it started. I'd have more contacts, and I'd say to myself, oh, shit, that happened to me when I was stoned. It happened to me all my life before I even smoked my first joint or got drunk. So it ain't pot and alcohol already.
No, obviously not.
I realized
when you were 3 and 4
Yeah,
years
yeah.
old.
And I realized it was continuing my whole life. And so it's just a progress thing. I had it before and I had it during.
And you got abilities though too that like there's a few in our family that have abilities.
Yeah,
you
but-
have abilities.
Yeah, but I didn't know what the hell I
And
was
Sean has abilities.
doing. I do now, but I didn't know.
Grandma was a bit cuckoo, but I mean, yeah, but I mean, you didn't know you had abilities because
Right.
you didn't know what they were.
Right,
but
right,
They were
exactly.
something you.
I'm too wrapped up
trying
trying
to
to
foot out.
What's the matter?
Oh, I seen somebody go by. You gotta put my paper in the box. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's all right.
Had it. Anyway, bud, sorry. Go back to what we were talking about when you were.
So anyway, I had an experience one night, and then I was sober, had another experience, and I'm like, okay, I gotta figure this shit out. So as I'm thinking about that, I'm still drinking and everything. And one night, again, I came home and threw myself into bed. I'm drunk and stoned, laying there, and I mean, you gotta put your hand on the ground or a foot on the ground.
Oh yeah, because
So you don't barf.
One of these.
Right, that's how drunk I was.
In there. Done.
So I'm laying there, I got my hand on the ground, I'm like falling asleep. I was on my back. And fucking trying not to puke. All of a sudden there's a girl. All of a sudden I see this girl in my vision, right in my face. It was like a ghost in my face. And she goes, "Fire!" And I'm like, whoa, I'm never smoking that black ash again, man. That was fucking old grandma, that would fucking kill you. Oh man. So I'm like, back to sleep. And then, fire! I'm like, that's 2 times that happened. What the fuck's going on? She looks pretty good. She looks pretty good.
Was she wispy or solid?
Well, no, she's wispy and she goes, "It's a solid fire." And so I'm laying there, and all of a sudden, fire! And she yells it again. I'm laying there, I'm going, okay, there's a ghost. She's telling me, fire. I'm fucking baked, okay? I can't even barely walk. So I'm like, okay, if it happens again, it's the 3rd time. If it happens again, I gotta get up and check for fire. Fire! She right in my face. I'm like, fuck. Okay, I'm going. I don't want to get up. I'm too fucking tired. I can't walk. And I throw all my excuses, and I go, something's my insides are saying, this could be your last day on this fucking earth if you don't go and check for that fire. And I'm like, God damn it! So I get up out of bed, I'm in the basement, I walk across my bed, I open the door, and I look at the fucking wall, and the wall's on fire.
Oh my god.
What happened was, we would play hockey downstairs, right?
Right.
And the hockey puck hit the plug,
Oh.
shorted it out,
Oh no.
and caught the what the hell's that?
Receptacle on fire.
Yeah, that, and the fiberglass paper.
Oh, okay. There was wallpaper or something on
It
there?
was like fiberglass with paper on it.
Oh, wow.
And it was catching. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Well, I straightened up best I could. And I ran into the room, and I knew electrical fires, don't fuck with them. 'Cause I couldn't figure it out. So I just
Well, you
killed the
put
breaker,
water on,
everything
yeah.
on the breaker.
Yeah.
Turned the breakers off. And I hit the main power because I knew that. So I turned that off. Then I went and I got water that was in the, well, we had the sump pump.
Oh yeah,
Sump
down
pump
the
was out,
basement, we have the whole
So I just grabbed the fucking bleach bucket thing and scooped up a thing of water and splashed it on the wall and put it out.
Was this at your house on
Yeah.
Park Ave? Wow. I remember playing hockey
And
down
so next morning I woke up and I said, holy fuck. that was a ghost.
there. Did
Spirit
you
guide.
recognize it, or
Oh, no.
it was your maybe just a
It was
guardian?
my wife now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
The one that yells at me all day.
Oh, that's awesome.
She saved the whole fucking family. You're welcome. I put out the fire and saved your ass while you all slept. Mom. Anyway, so after that experience, I had to really get down on myself.
Right.
That's when I said, I gotta learn some fucking, how to figure this out. What's going on in me? What was that?
So who helped you? Who helped you move along? And
Well, I
did
just
you
read
just do
books.
it yourself?
I just read books.
And since you have natural abilities, you just didn't know it.
Yeah.
You have them natural abilities. Once you put them all together, I'd imagine you were in
I
a
had to
perfect
straighten it
storm,
all-
right?
Yeah, I had to straighten it all out in my head. That's what I've been doing from that point on till now.
Well, then you had a really rough point in your life when you broke your ethereal skins. When that guy broke your skins.
Okay. That day, I was laying in. I was bored. The ETs weren't coming.
Right.
I'm asking for C5s. They weren't coming. So I started doing that radio thing where you talk to ghosts, right?
Yeah.
No, I know the
Dial
ghosts.
back and forth.
Yeah. I've had a million experiences with ghosts. I went in. I talked. Like done incredible shit.
Right.
Like I talked to people that were dying, that were unconscious and couldn't talk, but they wanted to talk to the relative that was alive, my friend.
To relay something.
Yeah, to relay something. I hook up that person. She's going, well, do this, tell them this, take care of the cat, fucking change the laundry, do all this. You know what I mean? And she's saying this, and then he does it. We come back the next day, she dies right in front of us.
Oh wow.
Mom, I did it. She dies.
Wow.
That was so. I've done all that, so I know where I am.
Right.
More or less. Now, what was the question again?
You were talking about how your abilities when you started going, and then you realized, you know. you got these
Yeah.
abilities,
So
and then-
I decided, I want to talk to him better. I'm thinking, okay, look, well, I have all these spiritual experiences,
Right.
and they're like quasi. I want to talk to him like I talk to you right now.
Right. And
So,
be able to figure everything out. No confusion.
And so
you want to get rid of that.
Right. No bullshit. Straight fucking conversation. Straight fucking.
Awesome. That's awesome.
And so
You
what I
can do
did
that,
was,
brother.
I was just fucking around with the radio. You know how you do spin the radio through the channels,
Yeah.
and you ask a question.
That was a precursor
As
to
you
that thing
recur-
they have now.
Yeah, as you record it.
Yeah.
So you record the radio, you spin it through channels, and you ask questions, and the fucking radio gives you the answers.
Yeah.
You can come back and out of the blue, just come up with the craziest thing. Now, one time, it was in the afternoon, and I said, "What shirt am I wearing? What shirt am I wearing? What shirt am I wearing?" And all of a sudden, it comes across the radio and goes, what did it say? It said, "Maple Leafs gotta win the cup." It said that. The Maple Leafs gotta win the cup. We're overdue. Something like that. And I'm playing back in the video, I'm watching it, and I'm holy shit. I have a Toronto Maple Leafs shirt on.
Awesome.
Yeah. And then,
That's crazy.
yeah, and I did stuff like that.
Yeah, I remember you
And
did
the
your
fucking
endeavors.
thing answers every time.
Wow, that
It's-
is cool.
I was doing that, but when I was doing that, I took a player recorder, voice
Right.
recorder.
Right.
I don't know, you know, and I put earphones in it, and I would talk to the spirits. Now, I ask a question, but I was recording it.
Right.
So I'm like, ask a question, and I play it back, and I hear the answer as an EVP.
Right.
I'm like, okay. And I did that for a while. The whole time I had my earphones in.
Right.
Suddenly I start hearing, I ask a question, and I get the answer in my head. I play it back, and the answer that I heard in my head is on the EVP.
Wow. So you heard the answer before you listened to it.
In my head.
Wow.
Bad. So basically, I was tuning my whole fucking synapses
Into that frequency. Wow. You must have been shuffling a little bit to get them, and then that's probably why you got stressed.
Yeah. But anyway, then from that, I'm tuned into that.
Wow.
Then they went from that, take off the headphones, throw away the recorder, and just talk to them. I'm just talking to the fucking ghost.
That's incredible.
Not done yet. That went on for almost a whole summer.
Wow.
Or I'm talking to the ghost. And I could turn it off. I didn't have to talk. I could tune it out.
Right.
One night I went to bed. I was at Linda's house, where I lived. And I went to bed. And I there was a ghost I was talking to. I hooked my inner light up to it because I was wondering if the spirits had inner lights.
Right.
And so I looked at the spirit and it had an inner light. So I hooked my inner light up to it.
Ah.
And when I did that, wham! It went right through me.
Oh man.
It came right in my inner light. The whole soul spirit came in right into my heart.
Oh. Did it decimate the spirit, or did it?
It decimated me.
Oh, it decimated your.
Why? I
yeah.
sucked all her energy away.
Oh,
but
okay.
it came in and went through my head.
Oh man.
All my skins exploded.
Oh.
Then I didn't know it at the time. I just felt I felt the pressure.
Right.
Then it came out, went in again 3 times. It went through me.
Oh man.
No more skins. I woke up the next day. I'm walking around. Fucking spirit world. Shit's happening everywhere.
What did you think when that happened? Like, did you know something was wrong, or did you think you were dead?
I was about a week went by. No, well, 2 days went by. After that, I'm laying in Lena's house, and the energy is coming through me.
Right.
Like my own shit. And my head sounds like a chainsaw.
Oh man.
And the voices are screaming at me. And I couldn't turn it off.
Wow. Was there a recognition for them to know that you were available to talk to?
Oh,
it
yeah.
must have been, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because they automatically came to you.
Yeah.
So you must have been like an open.
I was talking to my wife. She didn't know this stuff. She knew a little bit. And some more stuff happened before this. But I was talking to her, and that's what really brought me there.
Right.
My love for her.
Right.
Right.
You
I couldn't, because I had this love for a woman, but every woman I fell in love with here didn't match that. Like, okay,
Just
so I love her.
What that is.
Yeah.
If it
And I'm
was,
like,
you'd be able to stay with that woman, right?
Yeah.
Because she's a representation of what you want.
Well,
what
yeah,
you
but-
have. I mean, here.
but let's say this girl that I'm dating,
Right.
I feel her, and I love her, but it ain't her.
It ain't her.
Yeah, it ain't her. And we always end up in a fucking fight. Fuck it.
Well, it's going to take away from your underlying relationship because you're satisfied here,
Yeah.
but you're not here.
Right. So I'm satisfied in my heart, but
Was there any
What?
backlash from your ethereal wife to the women that you were seeing
Nope.
here on the planet? It was
Nope.
just one way out,
Yeah.
ego, right? So it was ego.
all through my childhood, public school, well, when I started getting horny,
Right.
that's when it really kicked in. That's when shit was, this is fake, by the way.
I got a possum that mooches.
For real?
Shoot him in the ass with an airsoft gun and he goes away. Yeah, I can't give him cat food. He's starting to talk.
Yeah, so that's how that happened. That's how I started. And that's when I blew my skins, and that's when everything went crazy.
Wow.
And not long after that, I realized I gotta get Jesus. So I got my wife to look for Jesus.
I remember when you started talking about JC, and you were transitioning into where you weren't so much with everything else, but you were focused on Christ. And you used to say he juiced you. Christ gave you some juice and helping you out and preparing you.
Yeah, see, my head would be buzzing.
Right.
The energy.
Right.
So I lay down in bed and I can't sleep all night because it's like a chainsaw in your head.
Well, I'd imagine that.
And
Wouldn't be easy.
and everybody's screaming. It's amplified. The voices are amplified in the noise. So Jesus or Christ would put his hands in my back. I can see him.
Right.
Just like I'm talking to you.
Right.
Lay the fuck down. Lay down. He lays down, he puts his hands on my back and shoots energy up into me, into my head. And all the noise goes away.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's what it does is it's like a buffer of energy. It's like
Well, he is a healer.
Pepto-Bismol on a sore stomach.
On a sore stomach.
Yeah.
Well, he is Jesus Christ. He is a healer, right? He is.
And he just sticks his hands in and shovels his energy, pushes it, or Christ's energy.
Christ energy.
And just like a...
Well, maybe he restored the veil that's there for everybody else, but yours was torn. Like I have, there's a veil there for me.
Yeah.
I can't see the other side. I can't.
You don't need him. You don't need him.
Yeah, no,
You're just seeing more shit. You don't need
exactly,
to see.
and it's
You
drama.
got one world now.
It's
Fuck you.
drama. I mean, yeah, I can imagine the hangovers of or hang-ups of dead people. You know, All they
Oh,
want
shit.
in the illusion, they're looking over, and they can't have. Some of them can't have what they have here anymore,
Right.
right?
They don't know how to create a bottle of whiskey. So
No.
they hook up to you and they drink with you every night. It's worth like, come on, buddy. One more fucking drink. Give me that.
The alcohol.
And
right?
what they do is when you're taking a swig, they're sucking your energy from your throat into their throat. And they go, and you go, you take your drink and you go, yeah. How about them Leafs? Yeah. And you're going, fucking go.
So you got spirits. You got
Exactly what it's
spirits
like.
living vicariously through you.
Yeah.
Because you drink or you do drugs or whatever. So that could be a form of depression too. If you got depressed spirits,
Oh, that's what they do.
you know they.
Why do you think these people on the fucking the news shoot themselves and their family? They get caught up in that, and it goes and it goes and it goes.
And it's a.
The entity controls you, and you fucking lose it.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah. And I got my first Jesus. It was one of those.
Wow.
So I got out of it, thank God.
I remember you were talking about some of your first experiences, and I watched the videos, and they were fascinating. And you know, to have people know how you do your process and to where you came to it, and to better understand how you're managing it, and you know, and if they have hopes, aspirations, and maybe they're having problems, they could do the same things you did.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
That's why I make the videos.
absolutely.
Because I go on there, I go on the internet, and I'm looking for anything that relates to my experience. And I'm like, nothing.
Right. And
Well,
then
there is, but
Wow.
they don't fucking break it down.
maybe
Nobody
it's not the
breaks
way
it
it's not like it is in the books. Like there's so many people that are out for control, and they're reading the Bible. They don't deviate from what's in there, right?
Right.
Because it's a control mechanism, and they got to maintain that control. But from what you're experiencing, is the real thing.
Yeah.
Like who's to say there ain't all kinds of Saint Illusions? And you said Saint Illusion is there, and when you die, you go there, or you can go wherever you're going next.
Right,
like
right,
you have it. Like,
Everybody's different.
yeah, exactly.
So everybody goes where they're going. So.
Like there's a whole bunch of souls on this earth, and we're not all human souls. Some are, like you said, born without the spark,
Yep.
and they're just here to cause misery and pain
Unless
and feed
like,
off of everybody
my
else.
kids, they're born from my wife. So my wife has the kids from me and her love plus Christ.
Bless Christ.
So my wife, Christ, and me, all that energy, she popped out the kids. So they're Christ's kids.
The Christ gift.
Christ's kids, plus they're my kids. And then her kids.
Well, that's kind of.
And that's the way she told it to me.
So you-
They were born within Christ's consciousness,
Awesome.
Christ's hug. So they're Christ's kids. So they're with Christ, but they're fucking yelling at me, and they're my kids just the same. So I'm like, oh, anyway.
Well, do you guide them? Do they?
But they don't have no spark. Okay, they're Christ's kids. They're awesome kids. They're learning from Christ,
Right.
but they got no inner light.
Are they a soul, or are they just a light,
Soul.
spark soul?
Right. So you got people walking around the earth, everything you can imagine.
Right.
Imagine that. So you got, let's say Julie's born tomorrow. She's born, she doesn't have an inner light, but she's still on the earth. She's with Christ,
Right.
living her life.
Right.
So you got people like that. Then you got, imagine Gray E.T.
Grays.
Gray E.T. Or the Men in Black.
Well, ETs don't have soul like
Or
that.
Resurrection
right?
from the Dead. Right? So you take a soul, like a Gray E.T. soul,
Right.
and you put it in a human body.
Right.
After the human dies, you put the fucking soul of the Gray E.T. in it, and you got the Men in Black. Not the goddamn black ops walking around with their guns.
The guy's not in there no more. It's the soul of the
Right.
gray is in there.
And you resurrect them, which is what they're doing.
Wow.
I've seen it. I've not seen it, but you know.
You feel
yeah,
it.
oh
You
yeah.
can feel it.
So they make these Men in Black. And everybody goes, well, how can Men in Black can do all these things? Because that's what they do. Well, that's what they do. They got
Well,
the
they say
technology,
they're limited. They've got limited vocals and all that. They're just all the same. They're all the same.
Yeah.
That's what they say. So maybe that is a like an arrow pointing right at that fact that the gray alien is put in there because they all act the same.
Well,
And
I'm
grays
just
are like a
using
machine,
gray alien,
right?
Yeah, a gray like
It's just a little automaton doing whatever you
Right,
want
right,
him to,
right.
chores and shit.
It's sort of like you take one of my kids, okay, and let's say you're the Anunnaki guy, some
Right.
big pharaoh fuck Anunnaki guy.
Right.
You get one of these innocent little kids,
Right.
and you program it to go from person to person to person for 40,000 years and collect all their knowledge. So
Wow.
that thing hooks up to you and lives off you, collects all
Right.
your knowledge. Then it goes to this one, collects all his knowledge. And that's all it does for 40,000 years. What do you got after 40,000 years?
A lot of knowledge.
A lot of fucking knowledge. And you are so fucking smart, they can't deal with it. You can't deal with it. Like someone like me and you and normal people
Can't take it, right?
can't deal and they can shape shift in the illusion spirit world,
Wow.
do whatever it wants. So it can portray itself as Jesus,
Right.
or portray itself as Satan, or portray itself as Bigfoot, or portray itself as fucking anything under the
it
fucking
wants.
sun it wants to be.
But if it's it's either two ways to go with them, right? It's the good or the bad, right? Or is it they don't go back and forth? They don't deceive
It's
you.
up to that individual thing.
Wow.
So if it's not with Christ, it's living in zero.
Right.
So it can do whatever the hell it wants.
Right. And
That's why you ask for Christ.
Christ, yes.
End of the story,
Don't
man.
ask for just Jesus because you'll just get some fucking nut.
And that's what I did. I got
Okay.
one of them. Yep. And I can tell you all about that.
Do it.
Yeah.
Well,
Just regret.
get out of here. Oh, red light's on.
Yep, if it goes out.
Oh, it goes out.
Alright.
My head buttoned at the back sometimes. Alright, so you're dealing with this other world and everything, and you're doing your CE5s and whatnot, and you got it all straightened out pretty much. Well, except for the ego you keep running into.
Right.
So, and you're dealing with all of that. I mean, how do you I know when you deal with the Christs and everything. That's the fascinating part. What kills me is how many Christs there is. That to me is not a scary thing or a weird thing. That's a reassuring thing. Because I mean, there's 8 billion people on the planet,
Yep.
right?
9.
And God knows, like me, I don't know the shape of the other place or what the souls are doing, but obviously they're on various levels.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you can't okay, where does it go? So 0 is where a soul would go that doesn't they don't have.
That you're talking the illusion.
Yeah, 0
There's
is
2 different kinds there. If you're talking about the levels,
yeah,
there's your earth plane,
right, and that's the
Right
plane we're
here,
on right
right.
now,
the astral plane,
right.
which is an illusion. So you
This
got that.
is the illusion too.
Yeah. So as you learn, from what I understand, as you learn from Christ, you learn the lessons, you learn the truths and all that, the stuff He has to teach you. You raise up a level.
Right.
Then you got to learn. So like grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4, up to fucking high school.
They just get it more
the exact
complicated
same.
and
Yeah.
more.
Well, it's not. It's simple, basic. The lessons are the universal truths, universal laws. What do you do in this situation? He's got a whole bunch of situations for you to be in.
Right.
You got to choose the right outcome. And when you're with Christ, He takes you. Go on. Takes you to this room, sits you in a fucking chair, puts the viewer on your head, and you check out, you meditate, and all of a sudden, bam, your soul is in a situation. You got to navigate and do the right thing.
To do the right thing.
Yep.
Well, what about people that don't perceive it the way you do, like I do on Earth? I'm sure my lessons come indiscriminately, and
Yeah.
I'm supposed to react to the things that I'm being fed here on the planet or my situations in a way that would be Christ-like.
Right. So you could be doing.
learn the lesson.
Everybody could be doing from level 1 to level 10 all the time. So whatever situation comes your way in the ego world,
Right.
you have to navigate it and come out with the the best possible, moral, just, universal
I
truth.
see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? So if a guy's ready to fight you, how are you going to get out of that?
Well,
What's the Christ's way of getting out of that?
well, that'd be turn the other cheek.
You're walking down the street.
Right.
And a little kid's running across the street. Okay, this is a lifer. I call them lifers.
Right.
Little kid's running across the street. You're walking and smoking. All of a sudden, you see a cement truck coming, and the kid's picking up a bug off the ground. Hey, kid don't know the fucking cement truck coming.
Right.
No one is gonna get to that kid except you. You might get killed saving that kid.
Right.
What are you gonna do?
What do? You do it or not, right?
Right.
That is-
Now,
That's
if
crazy.
you run out there, grab the kid, toss him to the fucking curb, and you get run over by the truck, you get a spark.
Awesome.
Automatically.
Really?
Self-sacrifice, you get a spark. That's the fucking law.
That's the lessons, right?
If you go, oh, that's that kid's problem, fuck. And I met people, I asked them this question, I met people that said that. Fuck it. I ain't doing it. Ain't not my responsibility. I go, what, and this is all God talk.
Right.
I go, what if God puts you there to save that fucking kid? He goes, well, I wouldn't. And I go, you just fucking failed. The kid gets hit, and you're a fucking piece of shit.
You failed.
Yeah, you failed. Now, I've been in situations where I was presented with a situation like that. And he has lessons like that. You in the St. Lucian for the levels,
Right.
these are lessons you gotta learn.
Right.
And he puts the viewer on your head. And he presents you with that situation in the lesson. Are you gonna pass or are you gonna fail? And this is real as shit. It's as real as shit. Now, I've been in situations where I'm driving a car or walking down the street, and there's something that's gonna get me killed or hurt bad, right? I don't need the pain. I don't need the bullshit. But you gotta do the right thing.
You gotta do the right thing.
So, I'll look at the situation, all the things, and I'll say, and I'll just know instantly. If I go out there and save that kid, yeah, I'll make it. I don't know why. I just know I can do that. So if there's a kid out there in the Detroit River drowning,
Right.
I see myself jumping in, saving the kid, coming out, fine.
Everybody's
Right.
good.
But under all rules of normalness, don't do that.
Right.
Especially as ice. Let's say it's ice and he falls to the ice.
Right.
I can go in there and know I'll die of hypothermia within 5 minutes or whatever.
Yep.
But I saved the kid, I get my brownie point, right?
Right.
But you don't know that. So I jump in there, I look at the kid drowning in a split second. I see myself going in, rescuing the kid. We're both come out safe. I get a whole bunch of hugs and kisses.
Yeah.
And a new skateboard. Whatever. You know what I mean? New going stick.
Right.
So I'll know that, so I'll go do it.
Right. Well, it's the right thing, though.
Yeah, but that's my soul telling me, you can do this. Fucking do it.
Yeah.
And that's
confidence
it.
in
And
the
that's
endeavor.
that's the intuition. And with the intuition, I get the whole visual of the situation, and I do it.
So you already see it in your
Yeah.
mind before it happens, or while it's happening, or whatever. Where see, yeah, that's the thing. It's what do you do on a judgment call in the split second?
Right.
The truck's coming, the kid's there. You don't got time to put that whole scenario together and know. Either you act or you don't, right?
Right.
And then there'll be repercussions from that,
Yeah.
right?
But I might be in a wheelchair for the rest of my life. But the kid's saved, I get a spark. So I got 14 sparks. Now it takes 22 lifetimes or 27 lifetimes
Wow.
to get one spark.
One spark. Wow.
But self-sacrifice, you do 5 self-sacrifice in this life, and you get 5 sparks.
So we cycle regularly when we pass.
Yeah, you fuck up. So you are out there. You got 5 sparks. You're born. You got 5 sparks. You save 2 people. You get 2 sparks. All of a sudden, you sign up to go to war, and you're shooting innocent kids. But under the law of war, it's war. So supposedly, it's a write-off.
Really?
Well, this is what they're thinking. This is what I'm
with
saying.
that with Christ, though.
Yeah,
too?
no.
Is it that way? No.
But in reality, you're watching the things. Everybody goes, "It's war. It's just the way it is." You
Yeah,
shoot
it
kids.
is the mentality.
Yeah.
It's acceptable losses.
No.
Kind of bullshit.
No, motherfucker. Listen, that fucking soldier dies. That shot a schoolroom full of kids. The guy with the fucking drone.
Right.
The terrorist is in the schoolroom. Fire! He blows up the whole fucking school. You know, and the fucking kids it's a fucking war. It's a fucking war. No, motherfucker.
No,
You
that's
killed
not
14
how it
kids and one bad guy. Fuck you.
So
Give
the
me these
innocent-
fucking sparks. God's taking your sparks. You're down to 0 again.
Wow.
You didn't have to pull that fucking trigger.
No.
You could have turned left instead of turning right. But your fucking God, the commander, said, pull the trigger. Go, oh, okay.
Yeah,
So you're a fucking
man,
slave
yeah.
bitch.
And you
And
justify it because of war.
You justify it because
it's war. Yeah, 25 kids got killed, but we got the terror.
And that's George Bush,
Yeah.
the old man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And that's why they call him the Walking Dead. Or no, they call him Walking Death. That's what he did. And he became a fucking god.
Oh my goodness.
And now he's not allowed to do anything except
No.
for all.
Yeah, you were saying he's over there in the illusion, right? Just staring in at what he can't have.
And you can never.
That's got to be torture, eh?
Oh,
Looking
fuck.
in at your beautiful life that you had. You had this. You
Looking
had
at
this.
all your friends. And everything.
And it's like looking through a window and seeing the cake on the table and being starving, and you can never touch it.
No.
Somehow that just feels good that I think about George Bush, Daddy,
all time.
for all time.
But these are the particular things in life. See, it's down to your choice.
right.
It's all about you. And I'm sorry to say it, it's all about everybody. It's all about the individual's responses in the moment. So make your fucking choice and take the right one.
Make the right choices
Yep.
for sure.
So when your finger's on the drone button to blow up a fucking school full of kids to get the terrorists, make the fucking right choice.
Don't.
Self-sacrifices, fuck you, Commander, bye.
That's right.
He pulls out his gun and shoots you in the fucking head. Golden points for you.
Golden points.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
And I can see that in the teachings of
You
Christ.
have to
It's
go
all
that way.
through there. You can see it.
Yep. Just watch the news every fucking day.
Oh, for
Or
sure.
TV shows that give
It's
you
unreal.
scenarios.
It's unreal what we're dealing with in this day and age. The evil.
But
Just the,
I hear
the
war guys say,
adultery,
it was war. So I can go out and kill a goddamn school bus full of kids. No, you can't, motherfucker. Oh, you can do it,
you can.
but you're going to fucking hell for it. And you're paying for it. You're goddamn right you are.
And rightly so.
Christ, don't play that shit.
Rightly so.
A commander's laws and the laws of the land don't mean fucking shit to God or Christ. When you're there and he fucking says, I saw you blew up a bus full of kids.
Oh man, can you imagine?
Exit.
Can you imagine having to come clean for that?
Oh, dude.
When to be asked why you did that? Why did you do that? You
Yeah.
know? That's unreasonable.
They do it. It happens, man.
Oh well, this day and age, people are just getting hacked to death, and it doesn't much matter, right? Like people are taking life
That's the way
like
it goes.
it's going out of style. And with you having like the way you are, the way you see it, and you get a chance to interact with these people on all levels, right? Because you circumvent from the low, well, not the sub-zero or whatever, but you're in that plane to see the witness. Like George Bush, you asked Jesus Christ about him, and I remember when you did, and you told me on the thing, he was in the illusion. I remember we talked about it.
Yeah, I forgot. He went to they have a place called the Castle or Kingdom or something. And that's where all bad people go to be judged.
The soldier weight or whatever.
So let's say you're a Christian and you're born.
Right.
But you turn into George Bush.
Right.
And you kill 1,000 million people.
Right.
Right? Whatever the case may be.
Right.
You're a Christian, so when you die, they take you and they stick you in this, whatever it's called, castle thing. I forgot the name of it. Anyway, that's where they judge you. With God and your own shit.
Right.
All the big time detail stuff. And from there, that's where you go.
Wow.
And
then they make their judgment from there.
yeah.
That's crazy. When you were talking about rescuing people though, and like not rescuing from that, but when you're in a sub level death and you're praying to Jesus Christ, and you say it takes a long time for them to get to you.
Right.
Or, like, I was listening to that.
That's a suicide dream?
Yeah, I think it was very fascinating how you say that you're down there, but you're begging for Jesus, but they can't hear you because they're up above.
You're yelling from your head.
Yeah, you're
not yelling from your heart.
And that's because you
You
died.
don't fucking know any better.
Right.
But if you knew, you'd yell from your heart, Jesus.
Right, and open your heart, and then you can be rescued, or you can be dealt with.
Yep.
And that's in death as well, right?
But at the same time, Christ is watching you the whole time.
Right.
Running around like a damn fool looking for the cheese.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'd imagine that taking your own life probably
What blows my mind away is you see all these kids running around in haunted houses and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they're kids fucking with you all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I see it all the time.
Right.
So, what are they doing down here?
Yeah, really.
You gotta ask yourself, why are these 3-year-olds and 4-year-olds running around? Aren't they supposed to be in heaven?
Exactly.
They're down here
pure
running
soul
around.
at that age, right?
Yeah. So what's going on? I learned the kid is connected to you or me
Right.
in the spirit world. He goes to sleep in St. Lucian, and he's running around down here playing. Just like I told you my dream today,
Right.
when I went to sleep.
Yeah.
I came down in the illusion, and
Yeah.
all of a sudden I was dreaming about Bill,
Yeah.
and at my old house, and all my family members, and I'm running around.
Yeah.
So if you were in my house on Park Ave over there,
Right.
and you're sitting there watching TV, I don't even know you. You're some fucking guy just got done fucking doing his job, and he's at home. What? And a fucking kid runs by. Holy shit! I saw a ghost. That was me. You see, and that's what's going on.
Oh, that's so cool.
So as soon as you fall asleep in St. Lucian, you go into the illusion,
Right.
which is everything.
Which is everything.
And
right.
wherever you're dreaming, you're playing, you're doing your thing.
And you can.
It's fun. Now, why?
Awesome.
That's dreaming. Why do spirits consciously? Like I had 3 kids screwing with me a while ago.
Right.
Why are they screwing with me? Right? Because they got nothing else to do. So if they're down here with mom, because they're down here. Mom's still alive, but the kids have died.
Right.
But the kids go down here for whatever reason.
See them all
Play
play
with the toy truck. They don't have no trucks in St. Lucian. So
Right.
they're gonna come down here and play with the truck. And mom keeps mom company.
Right.
Okay? So they're down there playing, they get caught up with I'm gonna go fucking Buck Danny. I like the way he yells at me. Right? So they'll come over there and poke him. Right? And they're like, right? And you're like, goddamn kids. And they're all laughing. Right? See what I can do? See what I can do? Then he runs and goes and tells his sister. His sister comes, you can't do nothing. Oh, yes, you can't watch. Leave me alone, you fucker. And so that's what they do. That's how you see the ghost kids running around the house.
Wow.
They're just fucking with you. You don't know the whole story.
That's right. You just perceive.
Yeah, you just perceive one little thing. But they're just having fun.
Wow, that's cool.
Or they're dreaming. In St. Illusion. Man.
Wow. So they dream, they come down into the illusion, and they can play wherever.
Yep.
And you just perceive them as
Now,
they're
if you
going.
buy a house that's 100 years old, how many families have been in that house?
Oh yeah, at least
And so
3
all them people that have died go to bed at night,
Right.
and they dream. If they dream of this house,
They're in that.
they're in the house playing.
Wow.
So you see the fucking ghost walking by all the time.
So
And
generally,
they wake up at St. Lucia and the ghost goes away. How come the ghost only comes at 4 o'clock? Because he goes to bed at 4 o'clock. And fuck the St. Lucian.
wow.
Or, I'm just using the St. Lucian as an example.
And yeah, I
Anywhere.
understand where you're saying. It could be like from anywhere. It seems like we're all interacting and everybody's part of everybody's dreams.
Yeah. I just saw 3, over the course of this interview, I saw 3 faces above you.
Really?
3 different females. Now, I don't know who they are or what they're doing, but I saw their faces.
Wow.
One was a colored girl, one was a white girl. Might have to do with me, but they're over you. I'm seeing them. I'm just saying.
Right. Well, I've had a considerable amount of friends that have died in the last 10 years, like young, and due to drugs and whatnot. I don't know if they're for me. They could be just looky-loos. They see us here doing
they're
an
higher.
interview, talking
They're
about.
looking down at us.
Oh, are they?
Looking down at us as we're talking.
Fantastic.
Anyway.
Oh, this has been great.
All right.
I love doing this. I love talking about it. I love it. I know you guys are gonna like it too. And don't take it light, because this man has been doing incredible things for years, and I've witnessed a bunch of it, and I've heard all his EVPs, and I know things he's talked about at my grandma's house. You'll see it in the series. He went to grandma's house and did EVPs and stuff, and it's just it's uncanny how familiar it feels and how it is, you know.
Yeah.
Like I asked you to ask the spirits at grandma's house in the basement if they remember me, because I was one of the first ones born into that basement. I used to spend a lot of creepy time down there. They'd make me play. Me and Crazy Sean, swinging me around in the basket and
I don't remember that.
But you know, and then you guys and our family's always been the psychic people in our family. You're the most predominant, I think, and then Sean and who?
You believe in fucking aliens? You know, family members.
Oh yeah.
You believe fucking crazy old Betty? My dad was the worst.
Oh wow.
Fucking killed me. But now they're all part of it. Now they're
Yeah,
all
but you never.
nuts.
Did Pete ever stand down and tell you, talk to you, maybe he did see stuff and he just wouldn't fucking admit it over a million years?
No, yeah.
You know how them guys were.
Yeah.
Murray and Pete and Bill.
Yeah,
They wouldn't talk about their feelings if it was written on your chin. You know.
That's true. All right, we're losing our light.
All right, buddy.
Okay, guys. Talk to you later.
Thank you.
This is part 1 of a series we're making.
Yeah, stay tuned. We're gonna make a couple more. We're gonna talk this guy's ear off and make him explain some of this stuff to us, and so we can understand it. I love it. It's fascinating.
Okay.
Thanks for watching.